Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of our Step Up sa Pangarap podcast, a podcast for working students. Today, we are joined by two very special guests from one of our valuable partners, Concetrix. Welcome to the show. Could you please introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Paul.
Right.
I've been with Concentrix for 18 years, and I'm currently working as a senior manager for operations.
Yeah, I'm Ben Nicolas. I'm an associate director for collections at Concetrix. I've been working with Paul as well for 18 years now.
Wow, 18 years. And I understand that, Paul, you're also a working student, full-time employee of Concentrix while studying full-time in MMDC. Could you tell us about that experience? How was your life before being a working student and now that you're a working student in Concentrix and MMDC?
So I started in Concentrix in 2006. Before that, I was a second-year college taking up nursing. But basically, my story started when I wasn't able to provide for my education. When I was taking up nursing, I was a scholar, and from 0 pesos tuition fee, it shot up to 45,000 to 50,000 per sem because I was absent for one of the hospital duties. So I basically started working in Concentrix, basically provided a food on my table and roof over my head, and it's been 18 years, and I felt that I needed more. I needed to study for me to, get that aspiration of getting a diploma and getting a college degree.
Wow, galing. So, you're a manager already. What made you decide to go back to school?
Well, I've been working for 18 years, and I feel and I know that most of the things that I know now, or my knowledge, leadership skills, management skills, are basically more on the experience that I've got in the past years that I've been working. But I felt that there is more that I can give, more skills that I can share and probably inspire more people. That's why I wanted to get that degree, college degree, so that I can go back to my roots, go back to, or understand it more, understand myself more in terms of the knowledge that I can acquire.
So how did you end up in MMDC? Like, why MMDC over all the other, versus all the other colleges?
So Concentrix is basically high in championing our people. There was a partnership, I think it was a webinar that MMDC did for the Game Changers in Concentrix. And it was actually a 5 p.m. schedule, which is normally my sleep schedule. But it was very interesting that it can help Game Changers by providing an institution that they can continue their studies on and being flexible about it. So I took a shot, watched the webinar or joined the webinar, and then I'm here.
Wow. And we failed to mention earlier, but Paul actually directly reports to Ben. So Ben, how do you support Paul as a working student?
Well, in Concentrix, we believe in supporting our staff in terms of their professional and career goals. So at least with Paul, we provide her flexible work schedules. That way, she can do both the job that she has with Concentrix and at the same time, the studies that she needs to complete with MMDC.
Galing. And in general, how do you support working students like Paul in Concentrix?
In Concentrix, we believe in constructive collaboration with educational institutions like MMDC. So we've partnered with MMDC to help our staff, complete their educational goals, like I said, and also their professional goals. Basically, juggling them both, in order for them to fulfill their educational targets and also while working and growing their financial needs.
Wow. And then recently, I think earlier this month, we launched a work and study program, both MMDC and Concetrix. Could you tell us more about that program?
So for work and study, Concentrix is able to support or subsidize a portion of the tuition fee of the staff in order for them to fulfill or to accomplish their any course that they would like to take, either in information technology or any other course supported by MMDC and Concetrix.
Wow. So now our beneficiaries can work part-time in Concentrix and study part-time in MMDC. So now the working student can finance his or her education while earning for his or her family. Ang galing, no? Paul, do you feel this assistance from Concentrix?
Every day. You get a lot of pressure in work, but it it somehow gets to the side whenever you have that idea that you can be flexible in your hours. And mostly the experience that I've been getting from Concentrix is something very helpful too in what I'm doing now as a student.
Wow. And I'm sure being a working student is very difficult. So, how do you balance work, which I understand is your priority, school, and your personal life as well?
I just compartmentalize. If my 9 to 5 in Concentrix is just focus on working, then after I log off, I finish working. I put my student hat on, and that's the time that I put all my focus as a MMDC student.
Galing. So, in a week, could you walk us through how a week goes by as a working student?
My schedules, and I chose these schedules because those are what I feel that I'm more capable of taking on. So my schedules in MMDC are from 8 a.m. To 11:30 to 12, and that's on a Monday, Tuesday only. And then asynchronous classes where we get to study the courses on our own time can be anytime from Wednesday to Sunday. Then on a daily basis, I go to work from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. So I have a little bit more time for me to feed the dogs, to walk the dogs, and then back to student mode on, student hat at 8 a.m.
Galing. So Paul mentioned that she chose those schedules because in MMDC, our students can select their classes with professors, and these have morning, afternoon, and evening schedules. And students like Paul can change their schedules in the middle of the term if the work schedule also changes. So that's how flexible it is in MMDC. So it's very difficult, right? Not difficult, but challenging rather. What motivates you to keep going?
Well, I really wanted that diploma. It may be a paper, it may just be something that's written with your name on it, but I really like that sort of self-fulfillment for me to say that, hey, I was able to do this even at the age of 28 plus tax. Yeah, so it felt that I really can give more back to the staff that we have now in Concetrix by the support that I've been getting from my bosses and also from MMDC.
Ben, a lot of people are saying a diploma is not as important nowadays than before because you can learn things online, YouTube, or whatever. Would you say a college degree is still relevant in the modern workplace?
Absolutely. I think in an environment where everybody is running like 100 kilometers per hour, having a diploma gives you a competitive advantage. You get to run 120 kilometers per hour. In Concentrix, we believe in breaking the status quo. If everyone else is just they have the basics, why not have something extra to offer something extra?
And I understand that certain levels in a big corporation such as Concentrix requires a college degree as well.
Absolutely. Well, for the most part, in Concentrix, we cater to candidates who probably have only finished K-12 or a second-year college degree, or maybe even an undergrad. But with the support of MMDC through the Concentrix Educational Assistance Program, we're able to help them complete that degree ultimately.
Wow. So, Paul, personally, how do you see a college degree helping you in your career?
It's actually at the back of my mind when Ben was talking about the college diploma that's a requirement when you go to work or when you look for an employment. I really had very low self esteem in the past for me to get to a promotion, a higher position, because I know that I didn't finish college. So it is really a morale booster for one, aside from all the knowledge and wisdom that you will get from a college diploma, right? So it all starts from basically within. If you believe that you can get it, might as well start now.
Right. And Ben, how would you say Paul is different now that she's working and studying for a college degree versus before when she was just a working employee of Concentrix?
Well, I've known Paul for more than 15 years now, and I think, like she said, it just boosted her morale. Really, you can sense the higher level of confidence from her when she speaks with clients, when she speaks with her staff, and resources around the company. You can sense the elevated sense of confidence that she has.
Galing. And I'm sure that's one of the skills that you're looking for in a good employee. What are the other skills that you're looking for in potential employees?
Well, on top of the basic skills that we need, like typing skills, computer skills, writing skills, I think one of the most important yet somewhat underappreciated is the communication skills. I think by having an education, proper education, and having completed a degree, it helps you build on that communication skill because by knowing more, you get to say more and you get to say it with confidence.
Right. So more than technical skills, soft skills are equally relevant as well. Do you feel like, Paul, these soft skills such as communication skills are being enhanced in MMDC?
Absolutely. You know, what I really love about MMDC is that it's not your typical college, it's not your typical educational institution that would give you quizzes, exams at the end of the term, final exams that you need to memorize all those stuff. I'm not very good in memorization, but MMDC now, we complete milestones, we complete terminal assessments, and it's all application. So you get to really apply what you have learned from your mentors. And I really like the fact that since I have, say, more than 2 decades of, or close to 2 decades of experience in working in the in Concentrix, I feel that I can also guide my friends, my classmates, on how they can improve more on their interpersonal personal skills, how they can improve on communication, which in turn gets me to improve those skills too because I get to lead more people the way I'm leading now, but this time on a class level or a class perspective.
Galing. So our model of veering away from traditional exams and focusing on project-based learning or output-based learning where you get to apply theories and concepts that you learn in class works for you. So what's your message for other undergraduate professionals or those who have been working for a while now without a college degree, or maybe those who are thinking of taking a second degree? What can you tell them, Paul?
Before I enrolled to MMDC, my first question to myself is, can I handle this while working? Am I going to be able to focus on my study while I'm managing a team of my own? Uh, and then I wasn't able to answer that question, but I was able to ask another question. Para kanino ka? Para kanino ka bumabangon? Who do you want to inspire more? So I think that's where I got my motivation to study again. And I feel that for a lot of students who have not finished their college degrees, there is an opportunity now for them to do that. And MMDC is opening their doors So you just need to open the door, step inside, then go out with the degree that you were probably dreaming of for the longest time.
Wow. So in other words, if you're thinking of going back to school and getting a degree, then MMDC is opening its doors for you. Right. Wow. Galing. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Ben, for sharing. Indeed, a working student can use a college degree to step up in their careers. And with that, we'd like to thank everyone for listening. Please watch out for our next Step Up sa Pangarap podcasts with other guests. And check out our socials. It's at Mapua Malayan Digital on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even TikTok. Thanks again and see you soon.